Hello everyone, Lucoshi, and welcome to another video. Today we are taking a look at the newly released game called Zoo Constructor. It's a game by the developers of the Wildlife Park series, so that's a pretty decently acclaimed zoo builder series, the main competitor of Zoo Tycoon back in the day, so that's pretty cool. And as you can see, it's kind of a Parkosaurus kinda art style, a bit simplistic, a bit like Parkitect, maybe. So that's cool. I've wanted a Parkitect Zoo Tycoon game, so it's cool to have one. Yeah, it's looking kinda cool actually. It's a bit simplistic, but it's also in very early access. It's in kinda post-alpha, very early beta stage of development, if I recall correctly. So don't expect any fireworks from it yet. But the main thing I have taken away from the game right now is actually kind of positive. You can create some really cool stuff with it. So in this video we mostly go over the creative aspect of this game, because that's what I care about. I don't care about the management aspect of the game, which I do know is there. There are objectives of what I have seen, there is a money system and stuff, so I don't doubt there is any kind of management, but that's not what I care about. You can go look for other videos for that. I'm just purely focused on the building aspect of it. And the building aspect is pretty cool, better than I expected, honestly. Because from the trailer, the building aspect is not portrayed right. The building in the trailer is horrendous. But it's actually kinda flexible, the building system. As you can see, you can kinda go off-grid. You have the main grid for the paths and the terraining tool, and then you have a smaller grid inside that for the objects and stuff, which is cool. I just wish there was an option to also have the terrain be on the smaller grid, but oh well, you can't have it all. And the main thing I encountered right away is that the fences just don't match. These glass fences are way too high and the brick walls are slightly too low, so having an option for more fences would be great, and I do believe that those will be coming in the future. We're only in early beta, so there are like 6 fence types, one of which is a very heavily themed Japanese fence type, which is cool. So I do like that. And the paths look great. You have the option to create your own curbs for the paths, so that is really cool. And there are lots of possibilities with that system, so that's awesome. You can create really cool patterns and stuff with the curbs and the walls, so that could be cool. And I'm pleasantly surprised at how good the terraining tool looks, actually, if you just combine it all together. Kind of a messy Minecraft kinda look. Just, yeah, you don't want to do it in Zoo Tycoon 1 style of terraining, but more like I do it over here. Just jumble all kinds of textures together, and it does look kinda cool. Now, the game does want you to focus on what ground goes underneath, what plants and stuff, which I think is a cool feature, but is also a feature I do not care about, so I turned off my notifications and just continued on building. The plant selection is a bit limited at the moment. You don't have a regular old oak tree, so that's a bit weird, but you do have some cool plants, and I think the art style looks pretty cool on them, and especially on the rocks I think they look really cool. And the rocks are kind of flexible. I wasn't expecting to be able to put the rocks on the slopes, but you can, so that's cool. And yeah, I just tried to not create square exhibits, because square exhibits is something you could see in the trailer, and I wanted to see if you could also make exhibits like this. Turns out you can, just a bit more organic and cool looking. Then here I started messing about with the terrain tool a little bit more. I wanted to try and see what you can do when creating hills and stuff. So I created a tiger exhibit over here, which actually turned out pretty cool. I'm surprised with this game. I was not expecting to be happy about this game. I was expecting to be heavily disappointed. But yeah, obviously it's not the amazing Sutakun 3 we were all waiting for, and it's also not a perfect game in this art style, because you have an animal called a gazelle, and you have a giraffe, and you have a tiger. Yeah, that's not good. At least Colin Thompson gazelles and just plain old, what are they called, reticulated giraffes and Siberian tigers. Just put in some effort. So that's a really big concern, because that does show that they are not focused on the real animal part. And adding to that, you also just have the main animals in game right now. And hopefully they will add smaller random stuff in the future, like squirrel monkeys and ocelots or something, but at the moment you're stuck with the tigers and the lions and the elephants. So that's a bit lame. I do think this game has some really cool potential if they focus on what matters in these kind of games. I don't think there are a lot of people buying this game for management purposes. Then they could just play Sutakun 1, that is. So, if they embrace the decorating part of the game, a thing Megaquarium, for example, failed to do for me, at least last time I played it. That was also my main complaint with Megaquarium. Please just focus on the decorating stuff, because that's what's interesting about Tycoon games, for me at least. So yeah, a pretty cool early access game. Is it worth the $17 it's going for right now? No, but hopefully if they continue adding stuff and add some smaller stuff for decoration, it could become a really cool game. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.